Hello and welcome to Black Dragon Gaming. My name is Kategas Hero. You can too. Should have logged in before the live button, but I didn't. So now we get to just like sit and queue together. How you doing, chat? Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure out if. Damn it. Twitch is still. Nope. Twitch is fine now. It was a bit busted earlier. Cool. Alright, we're good. Sorry, Beto, but we're doing some Final Fantasy 14 tonight. We'll be doing more Yumi and Echo on Thursday. What even am I doing? I don't remember. Oh right, yeah, we've got to kill Leviathan. That's right. I need you guys to do this so I can do the other thing. Anyway, let's see. Where do we gotta go? Alright, yeah. Rats. Alright. I don't have that mount on this character. Let's go talk to the Admiral and get our next job. Pretty sure all we have to do is... Oh wait, no. There's a joke quest in there as well. Fuck, I forgot about that thing. Hate. You can go away, Ember. I do not need you yelling at me from below my desk. Handsome boy. Yes. I need to just stop headbutting my legs, though, dude. Like, until it gets cooler, at least, and my legs stop being so sensitive. Please. Please. Oh yeah, I talked to all these people last time. Alright. You're okay, Phoenix. Alright. Vantage. Oops. The Even Seeds. Oh, I definitely should have just grabbed that quest at the end of the last Rowan stream. Oh well. I might actually be able to solo it on Rowan. Let's see. I'll have to try it a couple times. Everyone, we're all here, in my way, popping in. Too many motherfuckers here. Phoenix, what are you getting into? Okay, what do you guys have to say this time? pretty nasty tidal wave that he's got. 10
There
miles.
used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Halfstone, it was called.
Okay. I think she's going to explain what happened to Halfstone and how Leviathan destroyed it. Lucia.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the Company of Heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Halfstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Halfstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The Company of Heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Beard? I think his name was. Snappers.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
Amber, I'm gonna spray you in the face.
Is what the Company
Come here,
of
you little monster.
Heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us. rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul?
Spear, that's it, not
It is said
Stormbeard.
that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
Will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At
The
once.
world's largest catamaran. That's what they're trying to make. Why do you have the zoomies today, dude? What's up?
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
All right. Okay, yeah. Heroes. So. I need this kettle to settle. I need the water in the kettle to settle quicker so I can make a cup of tea and take some medicine for my headache. Because if it doesn't soon, I think I might be sick. So I don't think it's actually a headache. I think I'm migraine, but I'm not sure. I hope it's not a migraine. Because I do kind of need to make some fucking progress on this finally. Literally just a thing to make you laugh before you have to like go fight another goddamn Twilight. I think there might actually be enough tea left in this cup for me to take some meds. Which is fucking great goddamn news for me. Fuck it. It's fine. It's gonna be 70 gil. I don't give a shit. It's like $10. It's just a sip, but just enough as well. Thought for a second there were some Hrothgal ambient characters. That'd have been fun. Let's see if this will work. Restricted party. I don't want to wait. See what we can see. That's a fucking lot of corrupted crystal. Oh my god. He's a big boy. He's a real big boy. Yeah, I think this is probably possible. Attack the tail. Something left me to hit. Hey, it works. Am I attacking the wrong one? Maybe. I don't know. No? Not you either? Need to touch this thingy? Maybe? Yes. Get shit off of you. Get fucked. Excellent. It's great being able to solo this early stuff. Because I don't actually remember how it works. Cool. Let's fucking go. Tasty. Tasty, delicious destruction. Let's hope we get to the one you made this time. I would love that. That would be very nice. This way. I think that's the quest. Actually, yeah, I have to do it. Table, you son of a bitch. Sorry, my cat's laying on the cable to my tablet. Which is not good because he's gonna bust it one day. And then I won't be able to afford to feed him anymore.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Mistbeard's just in the back going,
I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the
Amber just
idea
tried to
that they
feed
could
my
be
arm.
defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
and I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I'm heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not.
He's just cleaning my arm, and then he just like lays in the spot that he cleaned. And he gets up and cleans it again. My handsome son. A bit of a doofus.
Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds stood before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
Take the money.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. but we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That...
Sorry, I did not mean to hit that one.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Let's go talk to Jack again. I missed you, Jack. Someone's already got an ultimate. Oh fuck! Got an ultimate weapon for their fucking Viper. I should have guessed it after. But damn. All right, let's go see Menphilia. He's being trained by a ninja for this shit, so of course, you know.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our places.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Thank you for your subscription. Also, hi.
Hi.
Ah, all right. I expected you to show up in the voice chat, but I didn't think you'd done it yet.
Just did.
Yep, fair enough. So how you doing?
I am doing okay. Yeah, let's see here. So,
Trying to fucking get to the bloody banquet today, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Let's go.
Ah. So, something I did put into link sharing is a show that's probably coming out in October, being put out for the States by Crunchyroll, but it's a Bilibili production, which is a Chinese
Yeah,
video,
I know Bilibili.
basically YouTube.
Stop it.
To be Hero X, and the concept is heroes with superpowers get their strength from the trust and belief of the public.
Interesting.
And it is such that it can be quantified, like you'd see in some hunter stuff, where you can literally tell what their score is.
It's some arbitrary measurement unit that they use to whatever, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not arbitrary, really, because it really does amount to what the public sees that person as. And the...
No, I mean arbitrary as in like the same way that like a centimeter is arbitrary, right?
No, fair enough.
Because like there's no actual like thing, like physical law that says a centimeter must be a centimeter.
I mean, fair enough. They measure it against, though, the hero with the most trust from the public, Hero X.
Okay,
Ooh.
interesting. So it's like is it more like a sliding scale deal with like Hero X being the maximum?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's not even an arbitrary measurement. It's literally a percentage of how good you are compared to the best hero.
Exactly. So
It's
number
kinda fucked up,
one
man.
is the the number one is the one who is close. You know, number two is who's closest to Hero X, and so on. And there seems to be a battle of sorts, like a tournament of sorts, to try and become Hero X. And from what we've seen, Hero X can, from the trailer, Hero X can... He's kind of a reality warper, specifically flip-flopping things between 2D and 3D.
Interesting. Okay, so the Hero X part, I assume is like an insert name of hero here kind of deal.
Yes and no. Hero X is what people want to attain, but the Hero X, who has not been overcome yet, is an entity who nobody knows his actual identity.
Okay, so they named it that after him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, basically. Hero X is both the mysterious person no one's overcome yet, and people want to become, but also the title.
It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
Seems pretty good so far. Both the
And yet,
2D and
though
3D look
Visahadin
good.
had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal,
That's good because like
he
you
was
kind
by
of
no
like gotta,
means invulnerable.
if you're gonna have a concept like that, you kind of have to do it well, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it does lead us to
As we
wonder
both bore witness, he
if
was
Hero
ultimately
X is
absorbed
going to
into
be the
Leviathan.
protagonist, or if he's just the benchmark, and we're meant to follow all the characters who are doing this battle
And the import of
royale
this observation,
to try and overcome
if
him.
the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of
It also
souls
makes
who are
me
reborn
wonder
upon the cusp
where
of
the
each umbral
villains
calamity,
get
that they might
superpowers,
stay the
or if it's
encroaching
just
darkness.
they have a trust from their underlings or something. I don't know.
That is interesting.
To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have
Because
given
the
me
one guy
cause
we
to
see in
wonder,
the
could the legend
trailer
in fact refer to the echo?
can make clones of himself. And a
Much
lot of them
more
at
yet
that.
remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Oh fuck, that's right. I gotta fight Nabriales before I can go do the bloody banquet.
was just
Fuck,
about to
dude.
send for
I
you,
don't want to
Rowan.
fight that creep.
Is
Damn
aught
it.
amiss?
Yeah.
Like, he's so fucking weird.
He
And I know
really
they
is.
did that specifically to make him, like, an immediately hateable villain that you're not gonna care about, like, after killing him. But damn. Thank you, Ember. I appreciate you. Thank you for cleaning my entire forearm.
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady.
Yeah, the 2D world, he kind of brings everybody into his very colorful pop art style.
Concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
And he also seems capable of turning people into 2D graffiti. And that's kind of how he neutralizes them. Outside of just destroying the clones.
Does Minfilia ever get to talk to Kryl again after the bit on the airship when you're escaping from Castor Veridiana?
Let's see, gets to talk to Kryl again.
Because I know she's talking to Kryl on the airship while you're making your escape from the Ultima weapon, right?
Yeah.
But then, like, right after that, the fucking island explodes. So... And then, like, before Kryl can actually make it to Eorzea, Minfilia is turned into the voice of the mother.
Yeah, and Kryl isn't there to talk to her in any of the circumstances after. So
Yeah. Oof. Oof, that sucks.
Yeah, because she doesn't get to go talk to Minfilia when we deal with the Warriors of Darkness. And she
And no
doesn't
wonder
come...
she felt like she was getting left behind all the time.
Yeah, and she doesn't get to come to the first with us.
Big oof.
My
And
lady,
she's busy tending to
the
our
Isle of
bodies.
Val, which
What's
for
going on?
many years hath been the
Because
Order's
she's
home,
busy tending to
is
our
no more.
bodies,
Mhm.
while everybody else is... While we're stuck in Shadowbringers.
You flick your tail at me, cat.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
Yeah, like she...
I relate
She
only
definitely
that which
does
hath been
feel like she
conveyed
gets
unto me
left
by our
behind.
agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed
And I
that the
think
Iron
in
Lord ceased from being.
Endwalker, they just straight up forget
'Tis
to put her
postulated
in
that a
the
magic was evoked, likened
Yeah, the cover
poster
art.
artwork.
Which is
Yeah.
weird because she does play a huge role in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think that's one of those things where, like, yes, sometimes even professionals make mistakes, and this is one of them. They forgot to, like,
Yep.
put a spot on the poster for Kryl to be put in.
Yep.
And by the time they realized it was too late, they were like, well, fuck, we ain't got the time to redo it.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
Oh, and in To Be Hero X, they do a good job of making it come across as multinational, at least.
Oh, that's good.
Because
China has some issues with that.
Yes, that's true. Can't tell, like, ethnicities, because a lot of the characters are faded opera in very covering outfits.
Yeah.
But
It is done, my
the
lord.
announcer for the actual tournament, there's one announcer talking in Japanese, one announcer talking in
But
English.
these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
So it does come across like, oh, okay. Like you're talking at least two of the main languages, and you know, we've got a lot of different design philosophies.
I should be able to like solo numbering on this though.
That's true.
At this point. And hell, I might even be able to. I doubt it's gonna happen, but I might be able to like get the fucking Viper unlocked and just absolutely nuke him before then. Maybe. We'll see. It'd be very funny if I could.
It would be funny.
Oh right, I think this is where you unlock Earth spawns and go fight Odin. But that's not actually part of the main story quest. It's just like, hey, go look at this, and then you go look into it. I think. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think that's what this is.
Yep. And thinking about it, probably a good idea to put Umineko back onto your actual schedule for Mondays and Thursdays.
Oh, I haven't fucked with the schedule thing in like years.
Fair enough.
I just do the thing because like, let's see, yeah, fine. Is there even a schedule here? There is. Oh, it is there. Monday and Thursday are Umineko, and Tuesdays whatever we feel like that day. Okay. Apparently, I had fucked with it when we started that. I don't remember doing it, but hey.
Yeah, because the actual like main schedule people can look at has it as untitled streams, but it does list the days at least.
It must be like automatically generated because I have not like ever.
Fair enough.
I don't even know where to change that at, dude.
You click on your name, and then it'll have the home about schedule videos.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, this is automatic for sure.
Yeah, because it has Monday's stream, because that got uploaded, and Tuesday's stream, because that got uploaded. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday are just there automatically. When's the last time you've done a Sunday stream, actually?
Last week.
Oh, fair enough.
Not this last Sunday, but the one before that.
Gotcha.
I think. Hold on. Now I gotta check. Last Sunday, like this recent Sunday, what's the... Yeah, it was last week.
Okay.
Oh, no, it wasn't, actually. Yeah, there's no Sunni's Day here. It's been a little bit. Must have been the previous one, then.
Makes sense.
Let's take that off. Take that off. Force it off. That way it'll be bonus streams. Alright, that'll work.
Yep. I only thought about it because I saw Beato's disappointment. This wasn't Ubineko.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, we can get that back on the schedule, not knowing you've never fucked around with the actual...
Yeah, it must have, like, if I've ever done anything with it, it must have been like 4 or 5 years ago. So...
Mm.
Because I haven't regularly streamed on Wednesday in, what, like 2 years at least?
Yeah, regularly, because, yeah, just spatterings of World Build Wednesday.
Yeah, just every now and then. How do I phrase this in the notes? Son of a bitch.
Who knows? Maybe Wednesday will be Weeb Wednesday. When October rolls around and we're seeing, we're talking about Ranma.
Would you stop laying on the cable, buddy? My legs are too sensitive for you to be in my lap. I know you want to, but please, my son. You're very handsome, and I like you, and you're fluffy. But you can't be on my lap. Go!
I hope at some point we do get a Pictomancer that is just a literal art tablet.
That would be very, like... I am surprised that didn't happen with Solution 9.
You would think, right?
But maybe they're saving it for, like, the 3rd or 4th Tombstone set for this expansion, right?
Yeah, that would
So we have
make
the first
sense.
2 right now, but we haven't got the other 2 yet.
Yeah.
Alright, shit. Oops. Bones. Yeah. Rowan, I think, has some severe questions for, like, why they keep getting asked to show their face at places, because it's like, they literally can't even see my face. Like, I could be anyone. They don't know. It's kind of the point of me wearing the mask, for them to not know. Why am I being asked to do this? What the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I guess their mask is sort of, like, iconic at this point. Or should be, anyway.
Yeah, you would think on that, too.
Draggle-tailed. The fuck is... No, so he's, like, sopping wet. Miserable looking.
Yeah, so I put in link sharing. There is a manga called Gundam Sosei, which is kind of a parody gag series about Hideki Owada and other people behind some of the famous mecha shows, and specifically embodying the old adage, investors are there to be lied to.
Lay down. She fucking stare at me and mow at me. Typing my notes and listening to mow. Go away. He is not going away.
Of course not.
For chat, if you guys want to see pictures of my cats, join the Discord. In fact, hold on, let me take a picture of them right now if you hold still. Ember, you gotta look at me so they can see you in the camera because you're black and my desk is black. Hey. Ember. Thank you, buddy. Handsome boy. Alright, just about all you can see in this image is, like, his eyes, but good enough.
It works well enough, I suppose.
You can see my kettle behind him. And my hand lotion as well. You yawn in my direction, fucker.
Yeah, you can get a little bit more of his outline if you brighten the picture, but just barely.
And see, this is a situation where Rowan just, like, grabs this man's hand and is just like, hey, I believe you, but we don't have a lot of money. Like, you gotta think about that. We are not the syndicate. We have, like, 20 members. And none of us are, like, syndicate rich, okay? Like, you gotta... I believe you that, like, they didn't do it, that your friends in Uldad didn't do anything. I 100% believe you. I don't trust the syndicate for shit. But that does not mean that we'll be able to actually, like, put you guys up, okay? We're gonna try. We'll do what we can, because we're not gonna... Like, the whole purpose of our organization is to help people where we can. But where we can. Alright?
We
can't always.
Yeah, we're not actually a nation.
Although that would be pretty fucking sick to found a nation with the Scions as the, like, a council.
Yeah. At least kind of like a island or subset area, kind of like Vatican City.
Yeah, like an
But just not
extraterritoriality
religious.
sort of situation. Which actually, I think we already have extraterritoriality on the list. Like,
Kind of?
we're sort of on the border of all, like, 4 different fucking nations, and they're all just sort of like, yeah, you know what? We're not gonna fuck with the Scions over it.
Yeah, we're
They'll be
not
fine.
gonna. Yeah,
Except
we're
for
not
Lower
actually.
Reach, of course. Fuck.
Yeah, we're not actually gonna fuck with Mordona.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Which I still don't get why we're in, like, End of Endwalker into Dawn Trail pretending the Scions are broken up.
Like, I get the logic, I just think it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, like...
Because we're still going around all together, right? Like...
Yeah, like, I understand the words that came out of their mouth, but it makes no sense to me.
Like, the part of, like... It would make more sense if we actually did all go our separate ways and none of us, like, come together, except for, yeah, like, very rarely. But we didn't do that. We're all traveling together anyway. Or at least, like, large chunks of us are traveling together at the same time. Like, constantly visiting each other and talking in public, even. So it's just sort of like, they're not gonna believe that shit. No one's gonna believe that.
Really, the only thing we're doing is not having a dedicated base where we go back to all the time, so it doesn't get ransacked again.
Yeah, which is fine, honestly. If you wanted to do that, just tell me that instead. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, really, just say that and we'll do that. And that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, shit, I'm pretty sure that, like, we could make a convincing argument to Charlie and to give us the fucking Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And then we can just have a fucking airship, like, high above the clouds where no other airship in the world can reach. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Eventually get a satellite going like the Justice League.
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure the Scions are even still referred to as the Scions in the story, too. Like, the group as a whole.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'll have to, like, go back and look over the dialogue eventually, but I'm pretty sure it is after Endwalker. It's like, ah, yeah, the Scions. The Scions. Yeah, it's us, the Scions.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure you're right.
I wonder if it was more of a, on the writer's part, a move to say, hey, we're not going to have you guys do too much politics anymore. Or at least for now. Because that, I can see that, for sure. Because, like, as a way to signal to the players, like, yeah, there's not going to be too many more politics to do with, like, Eorzea right now.
Yeah, which is totally fair. A lot of these were very
Ul'dah, on the other
politics
hand, is not.
loaded.
This riot was anything but an
Whereas
isolated incident.
Tuliolal doesn't have complicated interpersonal politics between nations.
Yeah.
There is a restlessness.
At least not
in
yet,
the air.
anyway.
Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan,
Hey, guess
money
what?
is the
Ul'dah is
first,
America.
and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
More or less, yeah.
So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy?
Like the governmental, like,
Places there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction.
structure is different, but like the culture is more or less the same.
Yeah.
Plainly,
Land
there
of
is-
opportunity, but not
They have
really.
no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the
Whereas
Uldan
I kind of feel like almost
they may as well not
Tuliolol is
exist.
the ideal.
Yeah, what America is supposed to be, what it touts itself as.
Yeah. Yeah, multicultural nation.
Choosing to
accepts
ignore their
everybody.
existence, however, is patently not an option.
Fuck.
General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet, none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this
To me, like in my
means to
brain,
engage in joint
it's just
training
like
exercises with the
my
other
brain
planet's
just
companies.
constantly goes,
By the time they return,
in a world like
the
this where
situation
there
will
could be
well
such a huge
deteriorated
disparity
beyond
between like just two people in terms of physical capability, I feel like no one would ever want to fuck with anyone else just in case. But I gotta like remind myself that it's only a couple people who have that much more power than the average person. Most people can't get stabbed in the chest and survive readily to continue to fight like we can.
Yep, it's a very small minority.
Like our ability and the ability of most of the people that we interact with to wield Aether to enhance ourselves and our allies and do absolutely bonkers shit is something that people don't see. Like they don't see that. For the most part, everyone is just like a normal person. Yeah, they may have the inborn ability to use Aether with training, but that doesn't mean they actually do, right?
Right.
Most motherfuckers are just normal people. And we don't get to interact with that and see that very often because we're constantly doing hero shit. Like, even in, like, halfway through A Realm Reborn, the Ascians are like, what the fuck? How is this bitch so strong? What the fuck is going on here? Because, and it's not like compared to them that it's very. It's compared to everyone else around the world. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, if you include, like, fucking Thancred and all the other Scions and everyone else that we interact with, Ralph, Gilbert, fucking, Conisena, and genuinely, basically, like, most of the major characters that you could name, all these people are adept at using their abilities and their Aether for various reasons. Like, for Conisena, it's because, like, she was trained as a healer first, and then eventually became a Seed Seer. And then, which of course involves combat and fighting angered spirits and shit like that, and then soothing them and so on and so forth. And then, like, Raban was a gladiator, and the Admiral was, of course, a fucking pirate.
Yep.
These people are like combat specialists and rose to the top of their class, and even like average soldiers are just like, but for the most part, normal dudes. That's why Magitech even like has a chance of defeating them. Because if everyone was like us, fucking Garleans would never, like, they wouldn't even be a threat.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can like point to fucking like people like Xenos and Gaius as like the exceptions, but that's like their version of us, right? Who are so adept with their technology and abilities that they can actually like fight against us.
Yeah, like that sequence in Endwalker teaches us the life of the average Garlean soldier was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, like, for fuck's sake. Which I think it's hilarious that Garlean soldier is level 50, and like you can like trace that down to the item level almost. Like, it's got to be just as bad for like the normal people of Eorzea, right? Because there's lore blurbs somewhere in the game or in the fucking Encyclopedia Eorzea things where it's talking about how Garleans have faster reflexes, are sturdier, and are pound for pound stronger than Eorzeans naturally. However, since they can't use Aether, they get swiftly outclassed without technology. So it's got to be like just as bad for the average soldier, right? Of Eorzea.
Yep, the only thing that is kind of there is the average Eorzean and the average person who uses Aether does have some amount of natural healing to them.
Yeah, that's true. You remember when I first started playing this game and I ran into that dude on this network who was claiming that Magitech does not make like Eorzeans stronger in any way?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That fucking like it tilted me so fucking hard that I still remember it 2 years later. Because like the fourth level of the Tombstone gear of every X pack, or very nearly every X pack at least, is Magitech, right? You got the Ironwork stuff, you got the fucking Skaven Magitech, you got Allagan gear, you've got fucking in Shadowbringers you've got Ronkin gear. Like, Magitech is very helpful even for us, because like a grenade is a grenade is a grenade. It doesn't matter who throws it.
Yep.
If it has enough power to blast a person apart, like, I don't know. Like, maybe your time would, you get more bang for your buck out of the time, at least, for a black mage casting a fucking fireball. But like, come on. It's still a grenade.
Yeah, that's what I like about how Ruby did some of its world building.
Mm-hmm.
In that, yeah, most soldiers are just gonna use cartridge-based, like, dust stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very specific people who will use dust by itself. And it's a reliability versus versatility thing.
Yeah, of course. And like, because that's a big point that I had too. Is because, yeah, okay, sure, the Aether wielders could potentially be far and away more powerful than anyone else. That is true. However, that requires training. It's the same reason we swap from bows to crossbows and crossbows to firearms in real life. It doesn't matter that one thing is potentially better if it requires so much more training. If you can just like hand a motherfucker a gun and put him in a line and cause the same amount of damage, or like a similar amount, even if it's just like slightly less, with very little training, you're golden. That's all that matters. Like, logistics wins wars. Genuinely.
Yep.
Man yourself. Stop playing on the fucking cable, dickhead. Son of a bitch. How fucking dare you, cat? I know you got an itch, but that doesn't mean you get to press the cable and shit. Lost him on the bed. Since he doesn't want to stop laying on the cable.
That is absolutely fair.
You just jumped back on the fucking desk. You
Of course.
piece of shit. Remind me why I rescued your ass. He's staring at me with wide eyes now. It's like, okay, yeah, that's why I did. You're adorable, fucker. You're so handsome. Man yourself. Get your whiskers off my arm. That's tickles. That tickles. Yeah, buddy, I know. You just flop at me like that. Fucking cat. Silver tongue that includes absolutely no speaking at all. Sure, Alvina. Stop it, cat. Okay. Amber. Stop it. It's laying on the cable. Fucker. I'm gonna leave you out in the dumpster. Shithead.
Calm down, bud. We're not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. Huh? Someone else fighting my dude? Okay. I don't know why, but sure. I wonder if that's a bot. That might be it. This person also did just like kill a bunch of Fs for no reason.
Yeah.
Or maybe they were just trying to help. I don't know. Who fucking knows? I certainly goddamn don't.
Yeah.
Suspicious. Merchants. Nowhere to be found. Searching. Stone's Throw, was it? Yeah. I think revolution is a fine idea, just not when manipulated to do so by the syndicate.
Yep.
Absolutely, seize the means production brothers, but like, also, don't get manipulated into doing so by the syndicate because they absolutely can and will do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is why rebellions are almost always done in total fucking secret.
Yep.
You recruit people and you vet them over the course of months or years sometimes, and slowly build your forces. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Don't just, like, jump on something immediately. Hi, buddy. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, oh, fuck, it's that fucker in the mask.
Like, oh no, that's not good. And that's just like, as soon as this guy starts running, like, Rowan just looks over to the carriage, like, okay, you might want to get around behind something real quick. Like, why? What are you gonna do? Just get behind a crate or something. And then, like, sets up for a runner's position and leaps off the ground like a fucking, like, using Dragoon techniques. Just, doesn't this guy... No, it's a different time where someone fucking dies when talking to them, right? Or is it actually this guy? I don't remember. No, it is this guy, right?
Yes, it is this guy. This guy's about to get sniped.
Build. I don't need evidence. I've got extrajudicial rights. Fuck you, buddy. That is a really good shot from that distance. I just saw the position of where the archer is to where the merchant is. Motherfucker would have to slip that arrow right beside a pillar.
Yep.
Which you can't really see it very well from that angle, but yeah, see? Right there. Gotta put it right beside that pillar.
Yep. Yeah, that's very impressive angle. As you can see, I do not have a bow.
I do, however, have a gunblade. This one actually, I think, does have a barrel, too. Yeah, I could actually shoot something with this one.
You must be behind the times there, Mr. Stone Torch.
Mm-hmm. He's not the only one involved. Even if he would have been executed anyway, which I doubt, he still should have been taken in to get more information. Because you can't do something like that by yourself. You need people for that. Want to know who else is involved.
Yeah, especially with a weapon supply like that.
Mm-hmm. Do I need these? Not that one. No, that's right, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm actually gonna head up for now, gonna save my voice for Thursday.
Yeah, that's fair. See you later.
Yep, later.
Little demon boy, huh?
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagan ruin,
man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean Alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain?
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
But it's rare for him to get called Mister. He's barely taller than they are. Shut up. Oh, right, Ramu. Yeah, we haven't done Ramu yet, have we? Excellent. Shut up, Ember. You're okay, buddy. Sorry, Nate posted a picture of his cat. It's very funny. You're okay, buddy. I promise, you're fine. Yeah. So fine. You're okay. You're in perfect health. Handsome boy. Stop headbutting my chair. You're turning me slowly. I mean, keeps headbutting my chair and like slowly turning me to the side. It's like by a degree at most each time, but it's still happening. Doesn't look like there's any new conversations to be had. You're still drunk? Oh, that's a good joke. Hold on. I'm just bitching at my cat. Get off the cable! He's trying to clean his paws, but like he keeps leaning back into the cable and like can't make it forward. Why the fuck did I need to talk to this guy first? I already knew that I needed to speak to Kana-san. Frustrating. Whatever. It's fine.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelve's Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelve's Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Shut up. Man. Man. Sir. Okay. We go fight Ramu. Shut up! He's just yelling at me from underneath my chair. Silence, beast. Listen. Do you fucking mind, you little goddamn monster? Some good pants. Yeah, I'm gonna yeet you. He keeps headbutting my chair again. And then looking at me, yelling, and then headbutting my chair, and then looking at me and yelling. Do you want up on the windowsill? Is that what's going on? You can't get up there because all of my fucking tins are stacked up right there. Yeah? Is that what's going on? Come here. I got some tea tins that are right in front of the windowsill, so. Oh, shush, you little baby. Ugh. I know you're hungry, but that does not mean you're getting fed this early. You still got another, like, 30 minutes to wait. Get out of my chair? What are you doing? You little fucking goddamn creature. Ember. Hey. Look at me. Oh shit. Ember. I have driven him off. Alright. Let's see it. 2022. My brain isn't working for spelling. Yes. Good. Brain. Excellent. Okay. Oh god, no. Go speak to the old bastard.
Tynora betrays thee, servant of Hydra. Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed, or light and dark given form when man was born. It would explain much, not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu,
I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
It's a self-dig, don't worry. Shut up, nerd. That's what I fucking thought. I sprayed the base of his tail and he freaked out and ran off. Alright, Ramu, come here. I gotta slap you around a little bit. Did he just bonk me? He is, he's bonking. Okay, well that's rude. Thank you. I don't remember what doing this does. But I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Surge protection. I don't know what that does. Ah, that would do it. Oi! God damn it, dude. That's good to know, actually. I don't think I'll really need that for a while. To need to know that for a while, but I think it's there. Yeah, that should be fine. Hey, congrats. Okay, cool. Slaps on the mitigation. Okay. Gods, I hate this part. Like getting terrored constantly. Stop bonking me, dickhead. There we go. Cool.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not,
It may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Like a spring, like I lightly tap him on the head, and his head lowers, and then just point back up. Okay. Let's get the fuck back to the Solace. Do I even want to... You know what? I'm too lazy for this. Take me! Not you! Alright, I'm gonna call it here because my eyes are starting to burn a bit. So I definitely need to, like, go get food and stop looking at the fucking screen for so damn long. Like, my eyes itch and burn a bit. Which, of course, is probably, like, partially my fucking... You know how that goes. But anyway, I may or may not be back tomorrow, but either way, I definitely will be back on Thursday. Thank you all for joining me. Blah, 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 blah.